This is the Tolerable Nausea podcast. I am Russ.
I'm Toby.
I'm Eric.
I am Woody.
And boy, do we have an agenda for you today.
Do we?
Well, okay, I do.
Yeah.
All right.
Somebody came prepared.
Well, I'm not necessarily prepared, but I got some shit I want to talk about. It's going to get a little boring in here. I'm going to let you know, so I'm going to start off with a cute little story. Cute little story about my dear grandma.
We do cute now.
Yeah, Grandma passed away a few years back, so I'm going to try not to be disrespectful in this story. But Grandma was a bit of a character. Like, you just have to have met her. Well, and the reason this is coming up is because I had a what's the word? A reunion, I suppose, with 3 of my cousins I haven't seen in a long time. And of course, they get a little bit of liquor in them. I don't drink anymore, and then stories start coming out, and quite a few of them had Grandma on there, and I just realized my grandma was one funny lady. But like funny, I don't know. It's just weird. She was just something else. But anyway, I remember when we were growing up, Grandma, she had French doors in the back, sliding doors, looked out over her backyard, and she had a bird bath out there, kind of as a centerpiece in her garden yard area or whatever. She'd watch the birds, and she had 2 essential bird watching tools. Of course, she had binoculars,
Yeah.
and she had a pump action BB gun for the blackbirds. Them goddamn blackbirds just scare away all the good birds. And I'll admit, I'm on her side. Blackbirds are irritating, man. You ever hear the noise they make? They're fucking...
Whoa. Are we getting racial here?
I'm a fucking racist. I hate blackbirds. Yeah, they're just irritating birds, and Grandma fucking hated them. And she would shoot at them with a BB gun, and I've just always unnerved me. But now, particularly as an adult, I've come to realize just how fucking dangerous it was to come up to Grandma's house from the backyard. I could have caught a stray fucking BB, or how she never shot any neighborhood kids. I wondered about that too. Grandma, bless her heart. Please, Grandma, forgive me. She used to bitch about some kids that used to cut across her yard. I'm surprised she never took a pot shot at them. I mean, she would just, not a mean lady, but just no bullshit. Like she had her opinions, and she'd lived life long enough. You weren't, if she wanted to tell you what she thought, she was going to tell you what she thought. But I just always thought it funny because she had that BB gun out there, and I was like, she ain't hitting none of them, surely, right? I mean, it's got to just be scaring them off when it hits the ground or wherever it hits. But they were neighbors across the alley. Shit. That she could have. There was a swing set, I remember, across the alley, and I'm like, oh my God, she could have hit one of those kids at any time.
Pop's a great kid.
Yeah, exactly. It's probably lucky that there wasn't a more serious thing that happened from that. But
So much better than what my grandmother did.
Dude.
They're out on a farm, and she heard a pheasant out back. So she went to the gun rack, grabbed a shotgun, and stepped out the back door, waited for it to make some noise, and took a shot.
Wasn't a pheasant, was it?
Oh, it was a pheasant. My grandmother was blind.
Oh, shit. She was shooting sound.
Yeah, she
Daredevil
shot at the
style.
sound. She got the pheasant.
Oh, really?
She did.
Wow, that's impressive.
Granted, she'd shot it with a 10 gauge from about 15 feet away.
Really, she couldn't miss.
There wasn't much left to the pheasant.
Well, but, okay, here's my ignorance on guns coming through here. I'm going to talk about guns because I know jack shit about them, but I thought that the lower the gauge, the smaller the cone, the bigger the cone?
No, the bigger the shell. A 10 gauge
What
is bigger
determines
than a
what
12
determines
gauge.
its spread? Because some shotguns...
It depends on the choke of the barrel.
Oh, okay, choke. Oh, that's all right.
Yeah.
You see, I don't know jack shit.
But, no, a
What's
10 gauge...
What's the spread on a BB gun?
1.
It's about the size of a BB.
Well, it's pretty much like a one-pellet shotgun, right?
Yeah. But she got the pheasant, but she'd grabbed the 10 gauge, and a 10 gauge is...
So a 10 gauge, the gauge is determining how many pellets are in it, or
That's
what?
how big the round is. I mean, that's like saying a 22 versus a 45.
But with a shotgun, it's not one round. The round contains pellets that spread.
Yeah.
But a bigger round is going to hold a bit more pellets, right?
Yeah.
Or more powder, which is it?
It's going to be both. It's going to hold more pellets and more powder.
So 10 gauge is bigger?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it threw her off
So
the porch.
theoretically would probably have unless you're, like you said, unless you're choking it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to probably have a bigger
Choking
spread.
your rooster.
Choking my rifle.
But no,
my shotgun.
it threw her off the porch.
Oh, well, yeah, I bet 10 gauge.
Yeah, but she got it. But Grandpa, when he got home, was pretty pissed off. He goes, "How the fuck did you know I wasn't out there, or somebody else? Anybody could have been out in that backyard."
It was the dog.
He raises some valid points.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the dog was carrying the fucking rooster in its mouth. I shouldn't even joke like that. That's not really that funny. That'd be horrible.
No, but they had pheasant for dinner that night.
Yeah. Did you ever eat pheasant? Somebody shot with a shotgun and had the little pellets in there still because they didn't get quite all of them out of there.
Yeah, I've done that with doves too.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had pheasant.
I think Dad went dove hunting. I have memories of horror nightmares of fucking body parts in the fridge when he'd go dove hunting. It just looked like a fucking cannibal's refrigerator. But we'd eat
Doves
that.
is awful to eat. I mean, it tastes like liver to me.
Yeah. It's not like chicken, huh?
No, not even remotely. It's really, really gamey.
Well, anyway, item number 2. I debated whether even to bring this up because every time I talk about this, we all know what kind of an ignorant sexist I am, right? That's been established on this podcast numerous times.
What?
Yeah. I mean, judge me if you want, but I wanted to talk about equal rights just a little bit, and
Fucking amateur.
come on, man, fuck. Turn the volume down. What? Listening to us talk live isn't good enough? You got to wait for the delay?
I'm on a live podcast.
You fucking listen. No, anyway, equal rights. You hear a lot of arguments, and it's not necessarily a hot topic right now. I mean, it's constant. It's a constant topic still, but it's not necessarily at the forefront. I think a couple of the things have bumped it down at the current time. But equal rights, and particularly in regard to women's pay. And I've hopped on a lot of sites, and most of the sites are usually women sites, you know, the arguments for them. And, you know, I read a lot of them. They have a lot of valid points, okay? If a man and a woman, if they hold the same job, they have the same qualifications, they have the same productivity level, they deserve the same pay, okay? The argument has absolute merit, and I completely agree with it, assuming that all things are equal, okay? Now, with that olive leaf extended, if I with my stance, with
It's
my
not even a branch,
sexist,
it's just a leaf.
okay, what? Yeah, well, yeah. In my case, it is just a leaf. I'm not giving them a whole branch. We all know what kind of a dick I am. All right.
Well, I know where you're going with this.
But
I would give up that 15 cents on the dollar for all the perks.
well, okay, just as an example, I'm just trying to point out, and like I said, call me a sexist, but women are like, oh, you know, the pay and this and that, and I'm like I said, it's a completely valid argument. I agree. It's fucking bullshit that you don't get paid what a guy does for doing the same exact work. If it's the same exact work, then by all means, fucking same exact pay, that's fair. I agree. But
Little caveat there.
if I am willing to acknowledge the merits of your argument, what do you think the chances of any woman listening to this argument I'm about to make, which is in regard to custody? Okay, you want to talk
Of your
about
child, you mean?
of children in general. All right, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to point out
I
that
know what you mean,
we have
but-
inequality in the sexes, but it's not always negative for the women. All right, you guys have some perks. There's a lot of situations. This is just one I'm pointing out, but there are a lot of situations where you guys get an incredible benefit of the doubt, and in my opinion, guys get fucking hosed. Okay, but particularly in child custody arrangements, because even though it's no longer like written in law, most states, and there was statistics I was prepared to print out, so right now I'm just speaking out of ignorance, but the majority of states, barring any like, you know, abusive type situations or something like that, pretty much a woman has to fuck up incredibly to not get custody of the kids. And I want someone to explain to me why that's fair. Okay, if we want to talk about equal rights, then we can't have our cake and eat it too, women. Okay, so if
Oh, you try to take a cake away from a woman.
Well, it's better than the joke. I was going to say you can't have your dick and eat it too, because, because that's just a completely sexist fucking thing to say. But I still said it in like a passive way, so I'm still an asshole. But, in regard to women wanting to be equal to men, well, then you gotta have a dick, but you can't have your dick and eat it too. And that was the joke I was going to... I was going to say, but didn't say, but kind of did say at the same time. But no, if we're going to talk about equal rights, then we got to shoot this idea. We got to take this equal rights idea, man, and we got to apply it across the board. No more fucking special treatment for women on certain occasions. No more women first when the fucking ship's going down, all right? The children get off. And who's going to be more likely to be able to row a fucking boat? Okay, the children got to go, man, because they're going. Okay, a woman's going to probably get fatigued before a man will. I mean, okay, that's a fucking generic statement, a sexist statement of an equal. Wow, come on, let's just quit fucking dancing around this issue. There are certain things men are better at. That's why women get custody, all right? I'm not even saying I'm arguing. I'm just presenting the argument as a counterpoint to the whole thing, because I think the whole fucking thing is stupid, all right? We're not equal. We're not equal, okay? We're never going to be. Men are men. Women are women. There are some things that men are better at. There are some things that women are better at, all right? Men are taught from the time, by their men fucking role models, taught from the time that they're young, to suck it the fuck up and take it. We don't complain about, you just don't. I mean, I guess a lot of guys do bitch about that whole thing, the custody and all that stuff, but it's just a point where I'm like, that's just the way it is. It's just the way it is. It's my duty. I'm going to do it, But if you're going to bring up all the things that aren't fair about being a woman, there's a lot of things that aren't fair about being a guy, all right?
Yeah, they have all the pussy.
I'm just saying. Well, they got a complete fucking monopoly on the whole pussy market, and that's just a complete travesty.
They have complete control of that shit.
Why men don't have pussies that we can just fuck ourselves all the time? And
it's called a fleshlight.
So is that shovel wore out yet? Should I go get you another?
Is my hole big enough? I don't... Single for the rest of my life. Fuck it, whatever. And since we're talking about, since I'm on the subject,
no wonder eHarmony's not working out for you.
Well, since I'm on the subject of equality and men and women, let's just observe another caveat that I noticed here of the difference between men and women in my own personal life. This is a thing from my personal life, and I've been losing some weight. I don't know if it notices on camera, but you guys surely notice. I don't talk about it a lot because I don't want to sound braggy. Plus, if there's other people I know who are trying to, and I'm losing it very fast and very quickly, and so I don't like to talk about how much I'm losing because it could discourage somebody else who's not doing as well or whatever, and I just don't want to feel like I'm rubbing it in anybody's face. But I lose weight well. When I decide to do it, I know how to do it, and I lose weight. But I've been getting a lot of comments, and they're like, "Oh my God, you're so skinny." Women take that word as a compliment, don't they? To be called skinny?
Yeah,
I would assume.
Don't they usually take pride in that and be like, "Oh, they call me skinny. Oh, what a thanks for the compliment." I don't think guys so much. I don't.
You don't like being called skinny?
Fuck no, I don't like being called skinny. Skinny to me has a weak connotation to it, doesn't it?
Not
necessarily. You lost enough
like guys don't want to be skinny. I want to be fucking. Like, what's that?
You lost enough weight to make your dick look bigger yet?
I have. Yeah. I have. It's fucking awesome. I'm like, holy shit, my cock is huge. Because I don't have that little fat, chubby layer of shit right above it, like shrinking it, thing. Yeah, it's like my dick can breathe, so he's like stretching. I was like, oh my God, yes, it's fucking awesome.
Should just be the tagline.
No, I was gonna bring that up, and I want to Google it and see if there's any correlation.
To do that, and that should be the tagline. Also, it makes my dick look bigger. They'll be like, oh shit.
Yeah, well, we've talked about growers and showers, and I'm a grower. But I've noticed since I've lost weight, I'm showing a lot more. Like, my dick's kind of hanging a little bit. And it's pretty fucking awesome. I ain't going to lie to you.
Wouldn't you know?
You got that centimeter back from smoking.
Yeah, if I quit smoking now, I'm going to go into the porn industry.
Well, wouldn't you know? Wasn't somebody on the podcast at one point that said that you gain a centimeter for every
How many pounds you lose?
Yeah, you lose.
I think.
I don't think that you
Russ
gain
brought
it.
that up.
I think you
Not-
only
not
gain
gain
it
it, but
because
you get-
your dick
you get
isn't getting longer. It's just the fat surrounding your dick is
Sucks it
receding.
back.
Yeah, and that's definitely happening in my case. I noticed in the shower the other day. I'm like, I got a huge cock. This is awesome.
Christy, get here.
Or
Look at
maybe
this.
it's not even. It's not even that. It's just an optical illusion because my legs are so much smaller. I was referencing the size of my dick by comparing it to my thigh. So my thighs are thinner. My dick must have grown. That's the only logical explanation.
Now you're that guy at the YMCA who's walking around.
I tried to show his dick off. Yeah, you're like, I totally get that guy. It wasn't gay. He was just proud of him, and he's like, look at the cock I got right here. This is awesome. I'm sorry I judged you, guy in the locker room. I get what you were doing now.
And it comes for full circle.
No, it hasn't come full circle yet. Because I've lost all this weight, apparently I must be planning on getting into the next Miss America pageant because I wanted to talk about world peace, too. I don't know if you guys saw what I posted on Facebook. Did you see my little quipping?
I don't think I did.
Oh, it was, if ever you decide not to fight for your freedom because of your desire for peace, you'll have neither.
Did you end it with America?
No, but I should have. I should have. No, but I did share Tolerable Nausea's fucking episode, our recent episode right after that to get it back to the immature shit. You know, like, that was way too fucking deep. Of course, I got like 26 likes on that. I'd be like, I should just start a podcast where I just say a bunch of patriotic shit. People will fucking like and share that shit left and right. Anyway.
Once the people down south figure out how computers work, it'll blow up.
Yeah. No, but on a serious note, though, like that, because I was trying to figure out how to word it, because I was
I
originally
haven't
going to
been
say
paying attention. Sorry.
they got comments going.
A bunch of them. Yeah.
Well, let's just wait and then just kind of like address them in bulk rather than interrupting conversations to do it.
Yeah, I say.
Like once I'm done here, let me finish because I'm so important. Then they'll see what people had to say about it.
Such a male mentality.
I know,
you
I'm
got.
such
God.
a fucking asshole.
Just real
Jesus,
quick
let
for-
me finish first, and then you can
Right. Then
just do whatever.
I
make me
I always
sandwich.
get to finish first. Fuck, if I don't finish first, there's no guarantee I'm gonna finish.
Well, real quick before anyone goes on, we're gonna stop a couple times to address comments, and then when we end the podcast, we'll stick around for another 10-15 minutes and talk to you guys.
Yeah.
The sub
yeah.
you won't be able to watch tonight.
But no, I was trying to figure out how to word it because originally I was going to say you can have peace without freedom. Because to me, the idea of world peace, I mean, it's a novel idea. I think it's something that as a human race, you know, as a society or as a culture, we should strive for, but it's an unobtainable goal. You know, it's unrealistic.
It's obtainable.
Well, that's
you
where
just got to only have like 100 people alive.
even then,
And
I
they
think
can't live
you
anywhere
have
near
two
each other.
people. You have two people, and you're going to have conflict. I mean, it's probably going to get violent at some point. I mean, okay, but in the broader scheme, like war, the end of all war. My notion was that you could have peace without freedom, or you can have freedom without peace, because the only way to have peace, to ensure peace, would be like a dictatorial situation, a worldwide dictatorial situation. But then I got thinking, it's like, because then there would be no war
dictatorial.
because you're subjugated, you know. But it's not peace. That's not peace at all, because even though there's no wars, nobody wants to fucking live like that. So that's why I changed it to if you choose not to fight for your freedom because you desire peace, you won't have either one because you'll have a dictator.
Absolute peace isn't a possibility, but
Right.
we can unite. We just need a foreign aggressor.
Oh yeah, like outside the world,
Yeah.
right? But we're still idiots. We're still so different, and everybody fucking hates different. So we're gonna fucking keep fighting each other because that's human nature. We can't. The only way to achieve world peace is to start affecting human nature at a genetic level, aka playing God, or you know the whole dystopian future, you know, where everybody takes a pill, catch 22 or whatever. Take your pick of numerous novels that address that issue and movies or whatever.
Equilibrium's by
But
far the best.
let's not give up on the idea of world peace, but let's just be realistic about it, all right? Because, and whether it be on a personal level or on a societal level, even at a personal level, if you don't fight for what's fucking yours, you're not going to get it. And people are going to walk all over you. You know, it's that simple. And I know that sounds weird coming from me because of how much I don't fucking fight for shit, and I fucking hate my existence because I think people take advantage of me all the time, but it's a problem I'm working on. Me and my counselor are talking about it.
So what's the therapist have to say about this?
Tells me I need to grow a dick and
We
stand
get
up for
them on the
myself.
podcast.
He's a pretty cool. No, I don't have a therapist.
Tell all Russell's bullshit to us.
Yeah. Anyway, that's pretty much all my personal shit. Do we want to see how people have reacted to that so far? Or do we want to wait to address comments?
Works for me. You got anything good there
Anything
on the
in
comment?
there? Telling me I'm a fucking pussy.
You want to go through it?
Yeah, I can. Just gotta let it load real quick.
Anything juicy?
Well,
Maybe
S. Larson thinks you look good.
Oh, thinner.
Shinoda.
Thank you.
Shinoa. Sorry.
Shinoda.
It's been so long I don't know her name anymore. The tattoo she got is fucking sweet.
It was pretty cool.
That guy's good. Looks like a badass doily.
Badass doily.
Apparently, Randy Joe says, screw you for losing weight. Well, that's another thing men have going for them.
This is true.
Did she make
I will completely acknowledge that.
She went to Israel for a week.
There are a lot of things, and that's another thing. Like,
She came
and
back
I'll
with
get
Ebola.
women got the short end of the stick in a lot of
Sick right
senses
now.
that have nothing to. What's that?
Sorry, my sister's sick right now, so I was like, I hope you feel better, and I hope you didn't bring Ebola back. Because she went to Israel for a week.
Oh shit. But in my defense, okay,
might
yes,
have
it is
Ebola.
easier for men to lose weight, but it's not like I'm just like, oh, I'm just going to decide to lose weight, and I lose weight.
This isn't gonna
I run 2
load.
miles every day, and I keep my calories under 2,000, usually between 1,500 and 2,000, and that does it for me. I avoid carbs and shit like that, replace snack foods with nuts, healthier snack foods. I mean,
You and
I
eating nuts.
do what I got to do to lose weight. I
Loves
eat.
getting them nuts.
Want to
in his
lose
mouth.
weight, women?
Oh, yeah.
Eat. There you go. This goes right along with my future plans for an Eat a Dick cookbook. Is the Eat My Nuts diet.
What about the cup the nuts diet?
Well, you can cup them.
1,500 calories a day. I get that in Mountain Dew alone.
I don't know how the fuck you're so thin. It makes no sense to me.
Yeah,
I don't understand it.
We're in
yeah,
my
because like I
basement,
said,
Noah.
1,500 calories is about.
Randy told
I
me.
don't usually shoot below that. I'll
now.
try to cut a little below that if I hit a wall, and I'm trying to break through that little plateau. But generally, yeah, it's between 1,500 and 2,000 calories a
we
day.
miss you too.
Yeah, we need your presence on the podcast. We need somebody to tell me. Okay, not call me out on everything I say, but I get it. I'm fucking full of shit. And especially when I talk about female things, it would be nice to have a woman who's not going to seriously get butthurt, but be able to call me out on my bullshit.
We're
I
getting
get
a
that.
new soundboard just for you.
Yeah, we're going to have 6 dynamic mic.
Randy wants you to
Yeah.
get your shit together and piss on your own time.
Yeah.
Minor.
It doesn't want you going, yeah,
Yeah,
use the
stop
fucking
pissing during the
bathroom while-
podcast.
during
I
the
was
podcast.
blowing my nose because I'm pretty sure people were sick of me going.
Just doing lines.
But,
Screw
yeah.
you, it's the flu, my sister says. That's what they all say because they don't want to get quarantined.
Any other
It's
comment you
the
see?
Mataba virus. Just Shanoa saying that she misses you guys.
Well, bring her
Aw,
ass
we miss
back
you
here.
too.
Okay, so what we got? We moving into.
Like I
news?
said, I have a douchebag contender ready for later, and I also have some tolerable knowledge.
Yeah, we're starting a new
I
section.
used it. Well, I was just kind of
Tolerable
changing the. I don't know. What do you guys think? I mean, it's like I'm making an executive decision. I think it has a ring to it.
I threw up in my mouth a little bit when you said it. So
Tolerable
it works.
knowledge?
It works.
It
Yeah.
works, yeah.
It's not my idea.
Well, that
I got to
might be
give
because
credit where
I'm
the credit's
starting
due.
my
I won't say her name on
second
the
bottle
podcast,
of
but
Old
the
English.
term tolerable knowledge came from a friend, and I was like, I liked it. It had a ring to it.
I
So
say go for it.
I think that's better. No.
Damn it, Russell.
Better,
Come on, fuck
no,
somebody.
no.
You gotta show somebody your new bigger penis.
Yeah.
This
Somebody
is
has
true.
to
I'm
see
going to
his
have to show
penis.
somebody. Otherwise, what's the point in having
That's
it, right?
not one of us.
Yeah, it's not gonna be one
You guys
of us. Please.
don't tell me you don't want to
Fuck
see
down
it.
here.
I don't want to see it.
I got before and after pictures.
I still don't want to see it.
We're posting those on the site.
Actually, I need to try to find somebody that maybe has a picture of me when I was at my heaviest. Because at one point, I was 315 pounds.
I got those pictures from when we started to try peanut.
Are you
gas.
still talking about your penis, or
My 315-pound penis. Yes, that's
no?
exactly what I'm
you
talking
want a picture
about.
of your penis while you were at
No,
315
I want a picture
pounds.
of me when I was 315 pounds, but I avoided cameras like the plague, so I'm assuming they're few and far between.
family
I'm at my
photos.
heaviest, and I just.
But I'm
put it on
over
the
100
internet.
pounds down from my heaviest point in life, so.
Need to get a PayPal set up so people can give me dollars for my jiggly tits.
Business venture.
Like I'm just like, oh, how many dollars? Like 17 grand. Holy shit!
You'd be surprised, man. I bet you there's enough freaks
Some
out there
rich
fucking
dude wants to
make
fuck
some
my
money.
tits
Yeah.
for 17 grand. I would totally let a rich dude.
I
fuck
think
my
he'd be
tits.
very popular in the gay community.
like a little short bear.
Yeah. Dudes love that shit.
I don't want a dick in my butt though. That's the only.
Yeah, that's a deal breaker for me.
You wouldn't do gay porn for...
It's all, but I don't have control of my butthole. Like
What was it?
every time I go to the bathroom, it's pretty much an emergency, and I can't keep that from happening.
Some website, some gay website offered Justin Bieber $1 million to go do a gay scene.
1 million?
1 million.
This is Justin Bieber. As much as
Just
I don't
that
like the
dude that
douchebag,
did the
he ain't gonna
plastic surgery
He
to
ain't
get
gonna
look like him.
fucking
He's
get out
probably
of
like-
bed for less than probably 10 to 20 million. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Shanoa says somebody's got to come help her get 2 babies back to the U.S.
Yes, that's gonna be a rough plane ride.
Yeah.
Can I spend a week in Japan first?
I don't know. Don't look at me.
Can you afford to spend a week in Japan? Our dollar doesn't really go good over there.
Doesn't?
I thought the exchange rate was in our benefit over there.
But it's like their shit is way more expensive.
Yeah, it could be. I just want to go to all the cosplay places.
Yeah. Yeah, I just want to see some of them Japanese girls with their boobs pushed up and shit.
I would not hate it.
Yeah.
But you guys ever think about your deaths?
Not recently.
Like, not so much.
I
like
haven't died yet, so I really can't think about it, right?
Not so much like how you're gonna die, or
Just the
whatever's
fact
gonna
that
happen.
that you're gonna die.
The aftermath.
Oh, like how it's gonna affect people in my life right now?
Yeah.
Comment, I guess.
Or something
I don't know.
like
I
that.
always kind of entertain.
Yes.
I always had that dark. Well, I think everybody has wanted at some point to fake their own funeral to see how people react or to see what kind of shit people talk about you.
Just go incognito.
Yeah, yeah. I like if it wouldn't actually legitimately hurt people that I love, I totally would fake my
Chanel's
fucking
gonna
death.
set up some payment for me to get money for my titties.
Nice.
$20 is $20. I'm not taking a dick in my butt for $20.
Yeah, he's got class. It's
Yeah.
gonna take at least 100. Jesus.
The guy's gonna have to pay a lot of money for me to probably end up pooping on him.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be like 2 million per inch. Seriously,
go
I'm
that
charging
high.
more for a bigger dick.
It's
man.
really more his loss than mine. I mean, at some point, he's gonna be like, "I regret this." I'm like, "I know, right?" Give me that money.
Anyway, thinking about death. Yeah, I mean not recently, but yeah, I've
But,
thought about faking my death, and I've also gone into a state of manic depression when I was younger about the fact that I was going to die one day. I've talked about that in the past.
More specifically, like your obituary.
Oh, I need to write my own fucking obituary before I die and just have it in a safe and have it in a will that no one else can use it.
Would you want someone to write something serious and inspiring, or you want to have fun with it? I want to completely
My
made up one.
obituary would be as depressing as you answering that question on your fucking job application.
That depresses me.
I don't know. I'm
mean,
sure they.
I'd like it to be
I'm sure
funny,
they
but
probably whoever wrote
I'm
it
never
would
gonna know. So
say
fuck
something
you want
about
my obituary.
I don't know. They'd probably just make up a bunch of lame shit like brings a smile to people's faces and stuff like that. That's not true. I mean sometimes, but
When I die, if I kick off early
probably
enough,
a bunch of shit about me loving my kids, which is true. But like, how does that make me fucking special?
And he was a
Everybody
completely racist asshole.
Everybody except complete douchebags love their kids. It doesn't make me fucking special.
if I kick off early enough, I want you guys to get together and write my obituary. I just want
I'm
you
not
to
gonna try to go through your mom and dad to get it printed.
just make up
We'll
crazy,
just like post it
wild
around
stuff.
town. Or
Just
something.
completely false shit. Just be like,
No, we
and
got-
after
yeah, we
World
could
War
put it
III, he married a Portuguese woman by the name of Julia.
No, it'd be Colombian. It wouldn't be Portuguese.
Colombian. There you go.
It's just something crazy. But I bring that up only because there's a guy. What the frick was his name here?
Did you just say frick?
I did. I'm toning it down.
Wow. Censoring us.
Stephen Merrill died just out of the blue. They had no reason of why he
Well, there's always a reason.
But,
they can't discern the reason, but
yeah, he just kind of dropped dead. They think aneurysm or something like that.
Okay.
But they can't really pinpoint it. So they're writing up the obituary.
it's the one where he was Spider-Man.
No.
Oh,
But so the family members are like, what the hell do we say? So, but some friends come up with the idea. He's a huge comic book nerd.
right.
So the obituary read he died from an uppercut from Batman. And I
Nice.
tried to find an update still.
I would like to think that if somebody did that there would be nobody in my family that would be like, this is disrespectful, but I think there might be. Which that just bothers me. It's like, fucking have fun with it. You like if you are uptight about that, then you obviously didn't know me in life. Because if I were still living, I would think that was fucking hilarious, and I would think it would be an awesome idea. You know.
That's why I want a crazy obituary.
Okay.
Make up something wild. No animal fucking. I know what you're already thinking already.
He died when a horse came in his ass.
Oh my God.
If you're gonna write it like that, you have to write it exactly like that and have them print it like that.
Okay.
I work at a newspaper. I don't think we'll print that. Just giving you the heads up. You might be able to get
came
that
in his ass could be two different things if he's fucking
came
a
in his
donkey.
donkey.
But that's all I got for that story. Nothing you guys want in your obituaries?
I don't know. I just
give a
don't want
shit.
shit. I don't want shit sugar coated in my obituary.
You've been
I
asked
want it to
a
be like
question, sir.
Toby has.
Yeah.
What's the question?
I thought we were supposed to let go a while and then address the comments.
Yeah, because it's going to be a mission cuff. We're stopping every 5 minutes to...
This
Yeah,
one
Eric.
might be an interesting question.
So he doesn't have to rely on
Okay,
a
Toby,
shitty
would you
fucking
take a
phone.
dick in your butt for a lifetime supply of fast food? I remember having a very real conversation about your addiction to fast food. That struggle is real.
Tough questions. Tough questions. A lifetime supply of free fast food, I assume, is what is implied. here.
I'm guessing that would be the implication, yeah.
Well, some sly dude trying to put his dick in my ass. I'm going to make sure I read the fine print, all right? I want to make sure that free is in that fucking contract I'm signing. Be like, here's a lifetime supply. He comes up with a big truck. Now that'll be $48 million.
Whatever the fuck I want, whenever the fuck I want.
Any fast food from any fast food restaurant, anytime you want.
Yeah, I'd do that.
You would do that?
Yeah,
All right.
probably.
You would save a lot of money. I'm not.
Well,
I'm just saying the dollar value on that is pretty high if you eat fast food a lot. I don't think I
Samantha
would.
says
though.
we can stay at her house and that it is expensive. Or that we would love it there, but she hates everyone.
Such a ray of sunshine.
That's the difference is I wouldn't live there. It'd just be a week long.
Yeah.
You can stay out in a boat like 20 miles out at
she's
sea.
so praised
just
for
go-
Godzilla every day.
I just go to the first place that I could to buy a samurai costume and just go sing karaoke every fucking night. And it would just be the same song. Everybody was kung fu fighting.
No, you got to sing
And
Christmas.
I'd get my ass karate chopped because I'd fucking tape my eyes sideways. I'm a racist asshole. I'm sorry.
Get up there and sing. Get up there and sing Christmas songs. Fa ra 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 ra.
How long do you think it would take before some small Chinese dude just whipped the living shit out of me?
In Japan, it might take a while.
Or a Japanese guy. Sorry, you're right.
Go into the restaurant. I want to flat rice.
It's fried rice, you prick. I just want to go over there and piss them off so they call me Round Eye. I think that's fucking hilarious. I want him to call me a Round Eye.
And they call him racist and leave.
That's not going to irritate anybody anytime soon, I'm sure. What the fuck?
Oh, it's a smack on the end. That scared me.
That's not how you do it?
I'm
Not how I do it.
I'm gonna make it so dry for you.
See, you guys need to start printing your shit out. That's why I print my shit out, so I don't have to look it up.
I need to go buy a printer. Here we go. Transplants. Would you get anything transplanted?
If I was gonna die without it, yeah.
Oh, bad. Okay, let's not like let's. Would you take another person's arm, like something off a dead person?
Yeah.
Yeah. You wouldn't
Yeah,
have a
if that
problem.
was something that they could do, like if the person was an organ donor and technology was to the point where they, as long as it was put on ice soon enough that I could take somebody else's arm, I think, are they to that point? Can we do that already?
And they could get like a chick's arm to jerk off with.
Yeah, I mean they
Yeah. Yeah.
You make the request. I don't suppose you have any female cadavers we could throw an arm on?
dude, just paint your nails. It's fine.
I mean, all you gotta do is
Oh, let's look at all the hair and shit. It's kind of.
Toby shaves his arms, paints his nails, just so he can jerk off.
I can't see it anyways. I just wanted to.
I wonder
feel
how
like
that
a
work.
girl's
If they put a
jerking me off.
female arm on you, I think eventually, due to your testosterone releasing levels, it would eventually look like a male
Probably
arm, right?
maybe.
It would just develop
think,
into a
right?
more male-looking arm, I think.
But do you believe in like all those like the phantom limbs and like some people say you've heard those stories from time and time again where they get like an organ or a body part from off a dead body or something and they're like, well, I got their memories now.
I
can tell
don't
you
buy
believe
into
in any of
that.
that
The
stuff?
phantom limb, I can't argue with because I've never been an amputee. So if they say it that they got that weird feeling where they can feel their hand that's not there, I believe that. The brain it's just impulses. It's electrical signals, and shit can get crossed and confused and stuff. I mean, look at hallucinations. I mean, that shit seems like reality to people who are hallucinating. So I would think the brain could make you feel like you had a hand briefly or something like that, or like that you're feeling pain in a finger that's not there, that doesn't exist. That makes perfect sense to me. But acquiring somebody's memories because of the fact that you have their arm, I'm not buying that.
You don't think?
No, because their memories are stored in the brain. You know, that's where all that shit's taking place. And with the rare exception, you know, like I don't think memories. I don't know. I'm not a neuroscientist or whatever, a neuro fucking biologist or whatever the fucking word is. But that doesn't make any sense to me. I don't buy that.
Yeah. No stock in that, huh?
No.
Okay. Well, first human head transplant could be possible in just 2 years.
But I'm confused. If a human, okay, wait a minute. You can't accurately decide whether that's a head transplant or a body transplant.
True.
You
Well,
know,
they go
which
hand
one
in
are you
hand.
actually transplanting here? You know,
Well, it really depends on which section lives.
but the body can't live without the head, so it's got to be a body transplant. That's how you have to consider that.
Okay. Well, you're picking on the words.
Semantics here, right?
Here you go. What do you think about that? Would you, like, your body's dying, like you got cancer all up in here or whatever, and there's some person who...
Well, I wouldn't be able to afford such.
So
a
they're
thing,
gonna
no.
take my head. Am I gonna be quadriplegic because they haven't figured out how to that, and how's my heart and all that shit they're gonna have to pull my head out, spinal cord and all, and give me a new spine in this new body. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna have to. I don't see how this is even gonna be possible.
As soon as 2017, the man leading the ambitious project is an Italian doctor, Sergio Canavero, of the Turin Advanced. You know it's good when you can't pronounce the one he's part of.
Spaghetti.
Federation for Bodies. He believes head transplants can help people with degenerative muscle disease and cancer sufferers. So pretty much what I just said.
I think you'd be better served, and it would be less hassle and complications to
Just
try
cure
to
the disease?
address a cure for the disease.
Yeah.
Or
Just the brain.
or even, and you know, the whole playing God argument, but even looking at certain of these diseases, particularly the ones that are genetic, and just eliminate them on a genetic level.
You know what I
Just take them clear out of the genome, you know.
You know what I thought of when I first heard this, when I read through the story and everything? Have you ever seen Futurama?
I've seen a few
Yeah.
Heads in the
episodes, but
jars?
I never watched
As
religiously.
long as, I mean, because basically they have diagrams right here where it's basically, they don't take the whole spine, it's just a little, like from about 3/4 of the neck down.
How in the hell are they going to have any? What's the point in putting a body on it? Because how are they going to have arm and leg function anyway?
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
Well,
But
you're supposed to fucking know these things.
they're saying it's possible, but I go right to Futurama, where I mean, you hook up the battery pack and just keep everything alive. You've never
Immortality or what?
You've never seen Futurama, have you?
No.
Okay.
Not like, I mean, maybe 3 or 4 episodes.
Okay. Well, basically, they have all the presidents in like glass jars. And
Oh,
they
okay.
just keep their heads alive.
Right.
So this starts to become a possibility now.
Yeah, but your brain is still going to age and
Deteriorate
deteriorate.
and
Yeah, so you wouldn't be like, you couldn't live forever because you'd just be a crazy asshole. That and let's talk about this for a second, okay? Let's say that they could keep me alive. My body is failing me, but my brain is still decently intact, and like, we can squeeze another 20, 30 years out of them. All of these things that make people bipolar, or they have fucking PTSD and they got to go get counseling because their boss is an asshole or because their girlfriend left them. Dude, I'm a fucking head in a jar. I am not going to be someone you want to fucking deal with, all right? I'm not going to be a people person.
Well, they're not putting our heads into jars. They're putting like Stephen Hawking's head into a jar.
I don't give a fuck. Being a head in a jar is going to fuck you up mentally, okay? You are not going to be normal. I don't give a shit how well balanced you are,
Stephen
what kind
Hawking's
of meds you're on.
Pretty much a head in a jar already.
Yeah.
Decent point.
But you wouldn't if that was an option to
Fuck
get your head.
no, there are certain basic human fucking vices and shit. Like, I can't smoke, I can't fucking have sex, I can't fucking play video games. Yeah, I can watch TV, but I can't change the fucking channel. You know that there's going to be some fuckhead messing with me. They're just going to put on gay porn and, like, scoot the TV really close. Like, you cocksucker, god damn it. Because there ain't nothing I can do about it. I can close my eyes, but...
Okay, what about not the head in the jar? Let's say
You got to give me hands, at least robotic. At least give me a little robot that I can control to go around the room with my thoughts, and I can have some fun. I could get a little enjoyment out of life because I have an extension of myself. Even if it's not actually me, it's just something I control remotely. Even that would be enough for me to stay sane.
Okay, well, what about on another body?
Because then I could like prank people and shit.
Would that fuck your head up?
My head on another body?
Yeah.
As long as it wasn't a woman's body, I think I could deal with it.
You wouldn't take it? Was it like you're gonna die unless we put your head on Scarlett Johansson's body? Right, stat now.
I'd be like, if you're gonna put if you're gonna put my head on a woman's body, you better make me a fucking hot bitch because I don't want to be some ugly chick.
At least it gives you something to play with, right?
Yeah.
I just have fun on the internet, just being like, yeah, I'm Scarlett Johansson. Ah!
Yeah, but here's the thing though. If there's like it has to be a woman's body, I don't know because I say it's got to be an attractive woman, but at the same time, I think I might want it to be an older woman.
Why?
I don't want to deal with women shit.
Oh, the period.
Yeah, I don't fucking.
You want post-menopause.
Yeah, I think I want postmenopausal woman body because that way at least less to deal with.
Well, there's hot menopausal women. I mean, I'm sure Demi Moore's already gone through this.
You're twisting my words. I wasn't meaning to impose that women who have hit menopause are not attractive anymore. Fuck you.
That was a little. Yeah.
I guess I could see how that was maybe taken that way. That's not what I meant.
I mean, Bo Derek was hot way into her 60s.
There's a lot of 60-year-old celebrities or whatever that I'd totally put one in.
Like who?
Oh, I don't keep a list. It's not like it's ready and right there at the front of my head, but I see them every once in a while. Like, I'd still fuck her if the opportunity presented itself.
How old's that? That fucking scream queen off True Lies.
Fuck.
Yeah, I just fucked everybody's head up.
Fuck.
Yes, you did.
God damn it! What is her name? Arnold Schwarzenegger and Jamie Lee Curtis.
Yeah.
How old's she?
I don't know, but I haven't seen her recently. Obviously, during the True Lies time,
She does like
I
Activia
Activia commercials.
Yeah, she does the poop commercials.
She had to be in her 20s in the late 70s, so
she's probably in her 60s, right? 60s,
Close.
70s. Sigourney Weaver.
She was one at one point.
At one point, I don't think so anymore.
During Aliens shootings or Ghostbusters even, probably, yeah, definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Well, she wasn't postmenopausal then.
True.
No, I'm
She's
saying
like
I
our age
I
then.
wouldn't want her body put under my head. Well, I might want it be put under my head.
Just sit on your face, is that what you mean?
Yeah.
I'd probably let her do that.
Would you put your head on your mom's body?
No.
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 Would you
You'd
put
shower and fully clothed for the rest of my life.
What if, by some sick and twisted chance of fate, you and like Chris Hemsworth were on the same airplane flight? They're like, we saved his body, we saved your head. We can connect the two and make one human being. Would you do it?
Well, it's completely. That body would
Is
be
it
completely-
necessary? Is my
completely
life
used-
depending on? You didn't specify. Am I just sitting there on the plane like, dude, we can cut your head off and put it on this fucking dude's body. He just got decapitated. Or do I need this to happen to
That
somebody?
body is only going to last about 4 days with me in it. Before it's just regular old Toby again. It's just a little taller.
It'd
Okay.
be nice for a while though.
But
By the time I figure out how to use everything and fuck right, it's going to be
I'm
just-
thinking during the recovery
just gone.
process from the surgery is going to be long enough for there to be a significant amount of atrophy that happens anyway, so it's not going to be Chris Hemsworth's body by the time I have full manipulation of it.
and do you get to take over his life afterwards? Like you get to choose between the lives now?
No.
Maybe if you were Iron Man,
Yeah,
where you don't have to see the face. True. But Thor, you got to see his face.
All right, so you really don't like that idea, huh?
I'm not really cool with that idea. I don't think
the
it's a good
financial
idea at all.
means to ever make that happen anyways.
Would you volunteer for it?
Maybe I could put my ear on one of those fucking rats. That's about all I could afford. Well, you're still alive.
You
Your
like head
rat's fucking-
transplants?
What's that?
You're not up for head transplants?
Would I do it for myself?
Yeah, to save yourself.
It really depends. I don't know.
Would be really interesting if they could put my head on an animal's body.
God.
Oh, weird that you went there. You're like,
Would
oh,
it
I
be a
can now
horse
can
by
actually be a
chance?
horse.
Now I
And
can
then-
fuck
yeah,
horses
fuck
as a
horses.
horse and not be judged for it. This is awesome.
I put myself onto a gorilla so I can come back and punch you guys in the fucking face. I knew immediately once I said that I was
It's going to
fucked.
be a Samsonite commercial.
All right, get away from that
Let's
shit.
check
What
the
you got, Woody?
comments. We're moving on. We can check the comments in between.
Let's check comments, then go smoke.
I did have a story here.
22 comments. Wow.
6th grade teacher Michelle Ferguson Montgomery was seriously wounded when her concealed firearm she was carrying accidentally discharged in the faculty bathroom of an elementary school in Taylorsville, Utah.
Oh dear, here's more ammo for that crowd.
Oh, yeah. Investigators said the bullet struck a toilet, causing it to explode and send bullet and toilet fragments into her lower leg.
Oh, that, and she probably had a bunch of shit all over the place too if she'd already started. That sucks.
Okay, this leads to a few different questions. How do you guys feel about concealed handguns? Pro or con? Or yay or nay? Whatever the fuck you want to say.
Yay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm for it.
I don't have a concealed carry permit or whatever. I don't know, maybe at some point in my life I will if I feel the necessity or whatever. For the longest time I didn't, just because I had kids around, and I always just thought it was an unnecessary risk, because there is a risk element involved there. I think that if you're going to own a gun, that's your right. I have no problem with owning a gun as long as you're a responsible gun owner. And I guess at that situation, I just weighed my own responsibility and didn't feel like I was probably responsible enough yet to own one. So, I mean, maybe now I've grown up a little bit, but I definitely am for the right to possess and to carry concealed if you've taken the classes and if you're responsible, a fucking firearm, absolutely.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean license. I don't mean like some just kid off the street.
Yeah, you got to get a license.
concealing
You got to go through the channels, but you do all that shit legit, then yeah, you need to be able to own and carry a gun.
Yeah, guns are fun. Guns are great. I believe in concealed carry as long as you go through the proper channels. What do you think about teachers carrying guns?
I have not yet quite decided on that issue. You know, I can see both arguments, because in this, and like I said, oh, it's fuel for that crowd, but I kind of get that argument, you know, because obviously she did something irresponsible. The safety was fucking off. I mean, that's one of the most irresponsible fucking things you can do, obviously. And so who's to say that, I mean, maybe we're lucky that she accidentally shot herself and that she wasn't, like, fiddling around and accidentally shoot a fucking kid in the classroom.
Some kid wasn't taking a shit at the time.
Yeah. So I mean, there was definitely room for a very tragic accident to happen here, and I acknowledge that. But this is an irresponsible.
What kind of gun was it that it completely exploded the toilet?
That'd have been
Well,
40 cal, right?
It didn't say.
Well, that and you figure it's just porcelain. It's gonna
just porcelain.
the
It's
impact's
gonna
place and then it
shatter.
cracks out
Yeah,
from everywhere around.
Probably the chips where it hit ended up in her leg, not like the...
Yeah.
I kinda
It's probably
picture
her
like-
weight when she fell down, and it gouged into her, is what I imagine.
Well, you've been seeing a lot of these lately, because wasn't it some lady in a Walmart here, like in Arizona or something, like
Idaho.
about a month ago? Idaho?
Her kid
But,
got the gun out of her purse and shot her.
yeah, it shot her mom right in the chest.
Yeah, I heard about that.
And I know there's been a couple more.
Oh, where the kid took the mother's gun.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
were
it
just
was
shopping.
playing
She
with it and shot her.
put the
Yeah,
kid-
see, that's irresponsible gun ownership right there. And I hate to
I
be
mean, if-
insensitive about it, but
no.
it is. It's incredibly irresponsible. You can't just leave your fucking gun unattended in your fucking purse. If I'm conceal and carry, the gun is on me in a place where nobody can grab it without, like, me being like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm not going to carry it
So
in my
any
purse
girl's
away
gonna
from
be
my
able to
body.
murder me.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you got my gun. Fuck.
There's the way I see it. If you get a concealed carry permit, you should have to go through at least so many hours of gun safety
Absolutely.
and training, actual full-on training before you're allowed to carry.
I agree.
Well, fuck, to get a hunting license, you have to go through the courses and everything, don't you?
I think for
Only if you're under 16.
Yeah, but I think for a conceal carry, absolutely.
So somebody
it
with...
should be rigorous and fucking in-depth, both like what you said, education about the firearm and about the proper handling and storing of the firearm.
So somebody with no experience with a gun can go and get a hunting license and walk into Walmart and get a shotgun.
Yeah.
Also,
I can
you can go
in
to
there.
an auction and buy a 12-gauge shotgun.
After the
with
background
no
check,
license.
I'm at this
You don't-
age,
you
I
don't
can
need
just
a
go buy a
license to buy a
fucking gun.
shotgun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can buy a shotgun.
You could buy a
Like, at an
shotgun at
auction.
Walmart without...
Well, I
For like
knew that,
$10.
but you don't need to prove anything to go get a hunting. It's actually nothing, right?
No.
Huh.
You walk in, you say, I need a hunting license. They go, all right. And they fill it out. And
Which
you buy the stamp and you go.
I wouldn't say that I'm totally against a little more requirement on that front. I mean, driving an automobile is a responsibility we have to take a test for.
Yeah.
I think owning a firearm, I think that even no matter what age you are, you probably ought to have at least a minimal course that you've taken on the proper handling of a firearm.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least
I'm okay with that. That's not
somebody's
infringing, in my opinion, on the rights of gun owners too much. I think that's
No, it's...
helping to maybe weed out some of these unnecessary gun-related accidents.
Go take
Yeah.
a 30-minute test. You know,
Yeah.
a written book, like 20
Even a
questions.
30-minute test is better than no fucking test. I mean,
Yeah.
better than learning from the School of Hard Knocks.
We are a movie society. We've watched too many movies.
Oh
where
yeah,
we think that
I
we're
can go
all
buy a
experts.
pistol and fucking shoot 5 targets like it's no big deal. Sideways, yeah.
Yeah, but I like guns. They're a hell of a lot of fun. I'd be
You
sad
know
to
what
see
they
them
need?
go.
You were asking the whole guns in schools things. I'm not fully sold on that idea. I'm not completely against it, but like I said, it just lends. All it's going to take is one accident where a teacher like this, and it's just
Give 'em
where a
tasers.
kid actually gets hurt for me to wonder about my stance, if that's the stance I took, is that they should have them. So to eliminate the human error element, we ought to just have automated turrets in schools.
No way this goes wrong.
Yeah.
Fuck Skynet and all that other shit. That ain't going to happen. This isn't Hollywood. Automated
No,
turrets.
but you got that 12-year-old who can hack into the fucking Pentagon, hacks into the turrets and takes out half the fucking
That
school.
same 12-year-old can procure a fucking high-powered rifle and go hide in the bushes. That's a motivated 12-year-old. You
But
can't
this-
stop him.
this is
Turrets
literally-
aren't the problem,
This
Woody.
is literally more like a video game. He's sitting at a computer taking out the school.
he's at his house. He doesn't have to commit suicide after. Just blow them all away and then
I'm just saying.
get a sandwich.
I'm just saying. I'm pissed, right? Fucking Jeff, the goddamn captain of the football team, called me a faggot in front of Julie, and I really have a crush on Julie. Fuck
Yeah, but
him.
Russell,
I'm gonna
are you-
fucking kill him and every other fucking jock in there because they're all a bunch of fucking assholes. I'm gonna strap on my fucking straitjacket. I got my dad's rifle. I'm marching down there, and I hear that turret go. Zzz, fuck this shit.
Were you kind of
I ain't going in there.
Russell? Were you being a little bit of a faggot?
What?
You got to look at yourself a little
I'm
bit.
just telling you, I'm marching to that school with my fucking mass murder plan, and I hear them turrets start pointing at me. I ain't fucking with it.
Well, yeah, because you're going to have a hard time shooting a gun with a straight jacket.
Yeah.
Any comments? Can we go smoke?
Oh, there's some here.
Okay. Let's address some comments, go smoke, and then we'll do douchebags and some knowledge. Russell's going to lay some. He's going to fuck our ignorant brain pussies with his huge throbbing, luscious cock of knowledge.
Information.
Yeah.
Informational cock.
I can rock a metaphor.
Tolerable knowledge.
Jesus.
Right.
Oh, my God.
So we're going to, shortly after Snow asked me about what it would take to get a dick in my butt, we were talking about karaoke, and she says, everyone would know you guys as the American Giants at the karaoke clubs.
The American
The
Giants.
Japs would never kick your ass. They are the nicest people on earth. I have yet to see one angry.
Even if I taped my fucking eyes sideways and dressed up in a samurai suit and sang nothing but kung fu fighting, like, on purpose, like, just fucking totally making fun of their society, nobody's gonna get violent with me.
She says,
One
I
of them-
nearly hit a 150-year-old woman with my car. She smiled and bowed while I shit myself.
That's awesome.
If they have the...
They are a much more respectful society from what I can tell than we are,
This
that's
is-
for sure.
this is my
Why do you
sister.
hate them so much then, Shanoa? They seem like a very nice people.
I think she hates where she's at.
Oh.
My sister says, if they have the capabilities to do a head transplant, shouldn't they have the capabilities to cure paraplegia and quadriplegia?
That was another question that I was gonna get around to asking, but I didn't, because that would seem like the simpler
I
solution.
think there's a difference between reconnecting the nerves and repairing the nerves. You know what I mean?
But isn't that what you're doing in reconnect? If they're able to connect my nervous system to essentially parts of someone else's nervous system and have it work, couldn't you connect my own nervous system to my own nervous system
No,
and
you
have
see
it
how
work?
you see how this works is it's like you know those little electrical caps. They just splice them together. I don't fucking know. I'm not a doctor.
It's fucking twisty ties, Eric. Everybody knows they got duct tape in there around the spinal cord. Like, it's fucking good, man. This shit solves everything.
Duct tape fix. Yeah, there you go.
Bale and twine and duct tape. I'm just a fucking walking scarecrow.
Talking about getting your head on a menopausal woman. Shano says, I think you should call your mothers and ask them how menopause treated them. Look up the symptoms and shit you have to deal with.
Postmenopausal.
Then make your decisions.
We said postmenopausal. I don't want to be right there on the cusp of the fucking activation of menopause. Fuck no, I know that shit's horrible. I want it to be postmenopause. I want that shit to be all done and over with to the point where I'm not dealing with all that shit anymore.
And Eric,
Like,
Shano
give me the
says-
body of an 85-year-old woman.
Eric's head would be on a sloth. A sad, slow, depressed sloth. And Randy and Shano are both pro conceal and carry.
Any of them pro guns in school?
Says pro cuz I would need one if I was a teacher to blow my own brains out. Randy says, I've seen some teachers freak the fuck out, and if they had a gun at the time, it would be scary.
This is very true. I was as a student, very adept at freaking teachers out, and I could have seen some of those literally backfiring on me.
How
pretty
many
badly.
kids do you think?
I made teachers cry when I was in school.
How many kids do you think Ellicott or Rice would have taken out?
Yeah. I never. Well, Peg was my sponsor, so I didn't ever get her goat too bad. But you guys used to give her shit.
She sent Bethel out of the class a few times.
I shouldn't have said her first name. You should cut the first name.
Okay, well,
I dropped that
but,
one on accident.
I've seen her snap a couple times.
I mean, I used to get under her skin, but I guess there was kind of a mutual respect where she was our class sponsor that, like, I had to deal with her. There was one time, this is not going to be nearly as good a story for the podcast, you know, because I'm horrible at telling stories, but I was in academic bowl, which some more less intelligent people call the nerd bowl. But anyway, I wasn't a nerd. Just disclaimer, I was just on the team and I was really smart, okay?
Oh, so you fucked a lot of girls in high school
Yeah,
then?
exactly. Like, it was like after the brain bowl, we'd just go have a bunch of sex laying on a bunch
that's
of
awesome.
books and shit like that, like bookmarks and stuff going places. It was crazy.
Well, you clean that shit before you put them in there, right?
Yeah. No, and I was having a little bitchy day for whatever reason. I was like, fuck this, I'm not going. So it was time to load up on the bus. We used to have to sign out of classes to attend these things, so I did all the work ahead of time. I was signed out in order for me to be able to go, and I was just like, fuck it, I'm blowing it off because I'm a prick and I can do that and whatever. So I went to the weight room, and I'm lifting weights because I'm angry, and I wasn't even angry at anybody on the team. I was angry about some other dumb shit in my life, but I was bad about letting one problem bleed into the rest of my life and make me treat everything with the same fucking brush, because so-and-so pissed me off, I hate everything now, And so I'm in there and all pouty, lifting weights, and Mrs. Rice comes in there, like, what are you doing? Like, I'm not going. And like, and she fucking laced him, like, you get your ass in there. And we had this big old fight. It was like, it was not a teacher-student fight. It was like two
It was
people.
like, you guys, like, 2 more words, you guys could have probably fucked.
No, but like, it was more like a relative or like friends fighting or something like that. Like, this is bullshit. Like, she's just calling me out on my shit, like totally unprofessionally, but justifiably so, because I was being a little bitch. And I stomp out to the van. Everybody's all in the van, like joking around and having a good time before they're getting ready to leave. I get in the front seat and wham! Shut the fucking, slam the door. Nobody talked the whole fucking way to the meet. And she didn't put me up there. She knew better than to put me up there on the fucking table to answer questions, because I was buzzed in and got every fucking one wrong on purpose because I was just a childish little bitch like that.
Discovered gravity. Your fucking mother.
Yeah, every time I'd be like, your fucking mom. Your fucking mom. Like, sir, you're going to have to ask you not to do that anymore.
Your fucking dad.
Using Pythagorean's theorem. Using the Pythagorean theorem. Pythagoreans. Fucking, I'm educated.
They let you on the bowl?
Yeah, solve for X. I knew this shit back then, Toby. I haven't had any use of it since then. Get off my ass. I just been buzzed in Uranus. Actually, that was a joke in Brain Bowl when we were literally stumped and the other team didn't seem like they were going to buzz in. We just buzz it and say Uranus. She used to get so mad when we do that, because even sometimes the judges would chuckle. And then the answer really was Uranus one time, and everybody like on our team was like, we legitimately wanted to be able to answer Uranus and actually score points.
Well, before we go smoke, Toby raised a good question I need to know.
What?
Would you have boofed Mrs. Rice in the weight room?
I can't answer that question on the podcast.
With the candlestick.
No.
No, just answer. I'll totally cut it out.
No, there was a lot of teachers in general that I can't say I wouldn't have.
I can say every teacher.
Okay, I can say obviously at that time.
Except for like.
Okay, what I'm saying is I'm answering
teachers.
this question with my adult mentality now. Like, me now and her that age and her not married and it not being completely fucking weird, maybe. But
Had a kid.
But at that age, no, because I fucking was uptight. I wouldn't even have sex with high school girls. Like, I had the fucking nuts to fuck a teacher when I was in high school. Hell no.
You could have done it.
I don't think like it was a possibility. Like, I was smooth enough to talk her into. No.
All right, I'm going to
God,
smoke.
we need a new subject. Seriously,
I
I
got
can't
some
talk about
comments
that.
to go
We're
through.
coming back with new subjects.
They're talking about the conceal and carry. Randy says, keep in mind there are a lot of semi-autos that don't have manual safeties. The one I carry daily doesn't. You do have to go through so many hours in classes to get your concealed permit. I got my permit officially last month. You have to go through.
Well, like I've said in the past, I'm not a gun person, which is why I don't own a gun. But I'm thinking if I have a gun that doesn't have a safety on it, it's not going to be loaded. And I know that in an urgent situation, you don't want to have to load your gun, but I'm not going to have it loaded unless I'm going to fucking shoot it. So I'm just going to have to take that extra time to shove a bullet in the chamber, because I'm not going to have it loaded with a safety off. Because somebody else might do something. I might be being completely fucking responsible, and then fucking Woody sneaks up behind me, thinks it's a good idea to fucking try to tackle me or do some macho shit, and he ends up getting shot in the dick. That ain't cool. All right, so what we gonna do? Douche versus douche?
You guys want to do a douche?
Douchebag showdown.
Douche. And you wanted a funny one, right? Not a serious one?
Let's get ready to rumble. Oh, I can't do that. That's fucking like trademarked or some shit, right?
Yeah, we're gonna owe money.
Cut that out.
A lot of money.
And everybody watching live, don't tell anyone I did that, all right? I didn't finish it. Let's get ready to stumble. I think they'd probably still be able to sue us. Fuck it, sue me. What are you going to get? My television?
Your Xbox.
Oh, you're going to garnish my shitty wages for the next 10 years?
You're gonna get a last chance system. Did you want a funny douche or you want a serious douche? I can go either way.
Funny.
Go with a funny, because whoever you bring's going to beat my guy.
Okay.
In fact, I'm so sure of it, I'll go ahead and lead off if you want.
All right, go ahead.
All right. Gerald. How did I overlook his last name? It's probably not pronounced this, but I'm just going to say Tits. Gerald Tits. T-I-E-T-S. It's probably Teats.
Yeah.
Still.
Tights, maybe. T-I-E-T-Z. Mr. Tits was arrested Saturday after he was found in possession of a stolen vehicle from a woman who he met online and arranged a rendezvous.
Rendezvous.
I know.
Rendezvous.
It doesn't say that in the story. I'm just fucking making that shit up. He was arrested in Cherry Hill. Anyway, he finds this gal online, swoons her, they meet up, dude jacks a car. Douchebag, like I said, lightweight contender, but he is a douche.
Oh yeah.
That's good criminally.
I'll add a little bit here to his douchiness. Tits and the woman, identified only as a New Jersey resident, became acquainted online and decided to meet February 26. Tits allegedly told the woman his name was Gennaro Aladina and that he went by the nickname Gooch.
You suppose that's a regional thing where the gooch means the taint?
Something different there?
Yeah,
because
so
why would you self-apply the fucking nickname Gooch? I have no idea.
they call me the taint.
Well, you just call me
That's an awesome superhero name.
Gooch or
No,
Taint?
The taint.
The Taint. I don't know. That sounds more like a villain. And this guy was a villain. He was definitely a Gooch. It was a Gooch bag. All right, so who you got?
Okay, well, I got some questions about this after we're done with douche versus douche. My douche is...
It says a telephone number for Tits could not be located Sunday. Really? I could locate a number for Tits.
There's lots of numbers out there.
1-900-TITS.
Those police officers apparently just don't run around in the right circles if they can't get a hold of some tits.
My
What are you talking
douchebag.
about? You and I can't get a hold of Tits either.
I could. I just don't yet.
My douchebag is about a lawmaker who just wants to watch the world burn.
Okay.
It's this serious, guys.
Person after my own heart.
This motherfucker. A lawmaker in Helena, Montana is trying to make the state's indecent exposure law include yoga pants.
What?
Oh,
Well,
I think I read this.
I'm not on his side anymore.
This motherfucker.
Fucking love yoga pants.
Everyone attack this guy.
Wait.
I got family in
In some
Montana.
situations, I
hit
love
out.
yoga pants.
In
But then in other
situations-
situations, I'm like, fuck it. These need to be banned.
Have you been late night Walmart?
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Representative David Moore introduced House Bill 365 on Tuesday in the House Judiciary Committee. He said the bill is in response to a group of nude bicyclists who participated in a group bicycle ride through the city of Minnesota back in August. The bill proposed would drastically expand the existing indecent exposure law to include any sorts of exposed nipples, including men's, or any clothing that gives appearance or simulates buttocks,
But wait a
genitals,
minute, they
pelvic
tell
area,
me-
or a female nipple.
They always tell me to take my fucking shirt off at the swimming pool, so now I'm going to have to go buy a fucking non-cotton shirt.
If you want a ticket in Montana,
Okay. The bike ride happened where?
in through town in Helena, Montana.
Oh,
See,
Helena.
this
Okay.
guy's taken steps to level the playing field a little bit, because I always did wonder why it's socially acceptable for men to be I could walk down the street without my shirt on. Shoot, we just seen some guy fucking wanting an audience. He was jogging his mile or whatever. He's doing his exercise down B Street, the most busy street in fucking McCook, with his shirt off, and I'm just like, come on, man. There's a million other streets. There's a fucking track 4 blocks up from B Street. You could run around the track, but no, this guy comes down onto the most busy fucking street in the city to run with his shirt off like he ain't trying to fucking get an audience.
Well, in his defense, the dude was cut, and he deserved it.
Well,
he deserves that attention.
I guess. But anyway, it's
That's how,
socially
like, you know,
acceptable for him to run down B Street.
Where were
with
you
physique.
located? Where was that at?
We were right by Max.
Yeah,
Pretty
Max
close to
Drive-In?
Max.
Okay.
That's how you know
Well,
you're
see,
physique. You're only
there's,
allowed to run up by the old fairgrounds when you look like me, but when you start getting ripped, you can go down farther.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's the
the
busy
more
part of
ripped,
town.
the more ripped and in shape you get, the more you're socially acceptable
Yeah.
for you to run close to where there's a higher volume of
Yeah.
traffic.
See, there's
You might even be allowed to run by schools.
I might have to drop a little graph for
I can't
that.
run by schools right now.
there's some sort of gym right down there by
Oh, there's
the
a
spirit shop.
CrossFit there, yeah.
And
Oh.
part of their routine is after they've done so much, they got to go out and run a ways.
Yeah, but then he doesn't have to
No.
do it with his
This
shirt
guy,
off.
this guy had an agenda. There was no shirt. He wasn't carrying a shirt. There was no shirt tucked in his waistband or anything. This dude started without a shirt.
Maybe he was
Yeah.
running to find his shirt.
Because
Yeah.
Maybe.
he lost it.
The
like, oh,
wind
shit.
blew it away. He
I
was
lost my
chasing it
shirt.
down the street, but now you're giving him shit about it.
You're right. I'm the asshole
Fuck
here.
it, I am giving him shit. Put a fucking shirt on or go run somewhere where you're not showing off your fucking six pack. All right, buddy.
Yoga pants should be illegal in public anyway, more stated openly after the introduction of the bill.
His wife must have caught him jerking it or some shit.
Probably just looking.
I blame them. I'm not the perv.
I want Montana to be known as a decent state where people can live within the security of laws and protect their children and associates from degrading and indecent practices. I believe this bill is written preserving that reputation. Moore said the bill is lenient because it lessens that provisions to include a maximum 5 years in jail and $5,000 fine.
Holy crap.
See, this whole situation with this this legislation or whatever, it's dealing with a very touchy subject. Okay, and it kind of
I want
almost
to
goes
touch you. I want to
kinda
touch you all over the subject.
exactly. Kind of almost goes back to my shit, and I'm hold on. I don't want to inadvertently win this douchebag contest, so I have to choose my fucking words wisely here. I might,
No, that's Eric's
I might
move,
pull an
all
Eric
right?
and be a dark horse contender here, but it goes to the argument that okay, where you talk about women and the clothing they wear and men and their reaction to it, and where the problem lies. Of course, you know, the woman's argument would be like men are fucking pigs, and I'm
Yeah?
like, yeah, we are.
Yeah.
You know, so the
I'm
problem
a real
is that-
pig.
so the problem is then that okay, we should be able to wear whatever we want, which reveals, or in the case of yoga pants, I mean, it doesn't really hide figure-wise all that much. I mean, you see their shape, and I mean, you don't get to see through it, but like it's, you know, this is like I say, coming from a guy, it's like I want to say it's unfair for you to wear that and expect me not to fucking be a horn dog, but kind of. You
So
know?
don't come crying to me when you get raped.
Well, that's that's the thing is I'm not saying that. That's a little
Well,
insensitive.
I'm not really saying that. either,
Right,
but
right.
That's the.
There's nobody to blame for that but the fuckhead doing the raping.
But you know, there's some people that have that view.
But
It's
with
like,
regard to what's you know what women can wear, like for instance when they got the real tight shirts, you know, with their boobs pushed up, and then they get mad because guys are looking at their boobs, and it's just like, and they're like, none of the fault is theirs, and I'm like, okay, yes, if you break it down into the exact, you should be able to walk around with your shirt completely fucking off, and if a guy reacts, it's on the guy. But But see, that's where we need to adjust this in society, and we need to just have it be socially acceptable for women to walk with their shirts off, because we can do it. Why can't they do it?
And it's only. Isn't America the only country that really freaks out about boobs and sexuality. Like over in Europe, don't they do the Weather Channel like topless?
There's several
I mean,
countries
not
do.
all of them, not all the weather
There's
channels are
several
topless, but I think there are some.
But I mean, like you're not gonna find that in like Iran or anything, but like in Europe. And stuff.
Well, wasn't there a story I brought in one time about a newspaper or something that had a topless photo or something in it, you know, and it was just like there was minor controversy over it, whereas like if we were to have a fucking topless photo in one of our newspapers, it would be a national scandal, you know.
Oh yeah.
Like they did address the issue, but it was just like,
You guys need to pay me for the skin grafts. With all the skin ripped off my dick jerking off to that newspaper picture. This is bullshit.
But isn't that kind of
Pay
ironic
taxes.
for a country that sexualizes so much? We're pretty,
for so many things to be still so fucking taboo.
Yeah, we're still pretty uptight about it. And
We have a
should
lot
be
of
the exact
rules.
opposite.
We have a lot of rules.
Is he going to outlaw swimsuits at the swimming pool?
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
'cause
to a one piece,
like a
with skirt.
bikini.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
back in
probably
the
be a one piece with a skirt.
1920s
Skirt
swimsuits.
if the body's right.
Well, okay. I'm just saying though. Like, all right. Here's another equality, or you know, like let's flip the gender coin here a little bit and say, what if I strapped on a pair of yoga pants and I had a huge dong? Would it be socially acceptable for me to walk down the street?
That was in his deal.
With
You'd
it
get
social-
fined too.
Yeah, but that's what
Because the guy, he said pelvic area and genitals.
Well, I'm saying from the woman's argument, though, like, okay, women expect us not to be turned on when they wear yoga pants and run down the street, okay? If I swerve my car into a light pole, it's my fault, not hers, okay? But if I'm jogging down the street and I got a 12-inch dick tucked down one leg, you know, they're going to be like, oh, my God, that's so disgusting. He needs to put on some regular clothes, right?
You're not running anywhere with that strapped to your leg like that.
Okay, I've got it, Russell. I've got it. You go jogging there at the Y, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to go undercover. I'm going to get Toby's GoPro, and then we're going to get
Woody's
you...
GoPro, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you're going to...
Strap a fake dick onto my leg?
Yeah, you're gonna go and just like those spandex.
Dude, I don't want to lose my
Biker
Y
shorts?
membership.
Yeah, those
It's
biker
Young
shorts.
Men's Christian Association,
We're
right?
gonna
Isn't that
shove something
YMCA?
in there so it just looks like a big old hog.
Let me get a membership to a place I don't plan on attending in the future, so that way when they revoke my membership for this,
after school, a lot of people go down there and run on the track.
right?
You can just go out there and run on the track out there.
Even better yet, we're gonna wait for that guy.
No,
with the
because
shirt
then
off.
you might end up with kids, and then I'm in a whole different set of hot water, and I don't want to fucking deal with
Let's
that.
do it
It's
down
not like
Beach
you got it hanging out. It's just
This is the town I live in. We got to do this in a town I don't live in, where nobody knows me.
we
do it.
wait till the Imperial Fair and have him walk around in spandex with that
shirt off, just spandex and flip flops.
and a fake cock down one leg.
We'll get you a double.
What? Why
honker.
can't we just use my real cock? What's wrong with my real cock?
Because we want them to be able to see
We
it.
want him to be impressed.
We want them impressed, not depressed.
Right.
But that would be funny just to watch it and just see people's reactions.
Right, right. Well, and it was just like, I don't know. I mean, they should take it as a compliment, man. We're like, we appreciate that you wearing yoga pants. We don't, you know, like if I tried to wear yoga pants, they'd call me fucking stupid and they'd tell me I'm being inappropriate. There's got to be some feedback on this, right?
I never saw any topless weather shows while living over there, but you can basically have sex in the town center, and no one even blinks. I wish America was more comfortable with sexuality.
I'm not sure I want us to be that comfortable, though.
And
Like to where
Pooping-
people
people
fucking
pooping
on a
everywhere.
park bench, and I'm just gonna be like, "Hey guys, what's up?"
she
Nothing
would
much.
also
Just get
I
some
just wanted to
aliens.
sit down.
she would
I
also
sit down and
laugh
light up a cigarette like right next to him. Can you guys scoot over a little bit?
Lean over, just-
She would also laugh and pee herself to see you in yoga pants.
Yeah, that's not happening.
We get to 250 likes on the Facebook
Don't
page.
be promising anything that I'm gonna fucking do. You sign up for this shit. You wanna make
I'll
promises.
go to you. No one's gonna want to see me in yoga pants.
I tell you what,
I-
we
I-
ever start making money with this podcast, if it ever becomes a thing where it earns us income and a decent amount of it, I'll fucking do this kind of crazy shit because I don't have to worry about that shit costing me a job later on.
You guys,
Yeah,
That's
I'm
motivation.
thinking
Put the
pink
word out.
spandex
So there you go.
pants.
Put the fucking word out so we can get enough listeners to where we can make some money.
Sell some
then
ads.
I'll fucking do every podcast in yoga pants if we're making money. I don't give a shit.
And you're always in the center of the camera.
And just praying that we don't get on a subject that gives me an erection. Because then it's going to get awkward.
What are you saying?
I'm thinking, fluorescent pink yoga pants at the Imperial Fair.
And I got to have a sweatband.
Yes.
I got to get a sweatband if we're going to do this.
A rainbow sweatband.
I don't know. I have nothing against gay people, but I don't want the wrong impression here, Woody. I don't want a bunch of guys looking at my dong.
Everybody's going to be looking at your dong
This
if it's
is
hanging down your leg.
Okay, I don't want a bunch of guys commenting and thinking that I'm going to be cool with the compliments because I've got a rainbow fucking sweatband and I must be
That would be
swinging
an
that
awesome.
way.
Did the
If I
fries
have a-
come with that cock?
Not because there's anything wrong with that lifestyle, but just because I don't live that lifestyle.
Is that
That's
a
all.
foot long?
That wouldn't be a
Some.
good compliment to you if you're walking down there. You got your
And a gay dude's like, hey, nice dick.
no. So some random dude comes up and just like high fives. You'd be like, nice. Slaps you a high five.
Be a little awkward.
And just keeps walking. That would make you feel good.
No. It
Walk
would
a little
make me
higher.
Feel a little awkward. Fuck.
Compliments are compliments, Russ. We're
Yeah.
gonna take them.
All right.
We
So
got
are we to
subject.
the
We're
are we to the voting here then? So are we ready to try to determine who the douche of the week is?
I think. See, I forgot we needed to do douche before we went out and smoked.
And then they hadn't have them vote.
Yeah,
But
well,
anyway, so comment on your votes. I'm going to. I can't vote because I brought one. So Toby and Woody are going to vote, and then you guys let us know what you think,
I
and
pick
we will
Eric's because
tally
I
the
like
results.
yoga pants.
I have to go with that too.
Okay, so that's unless the viewers are really not liking guys who meet women online and steal their cars. It looks like Eric's probably got this in the bag. But it'll take us the delay. It'll take us a while to see your comments,
Okay,
but
well-
let us know what you think.
While they're commenting, I have a question for you. While you're doing your online dating thing, I mean, not so much anymore.
Right.
But did that ever occur to you that maybe you might just be getting lured into a trap?
No, because because I didn't pay. I couldn't communicate with anybody.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
so it never got that far to where I had to speculate whether I was actually talking to a woman or somebody trying to trick me or a woman trying to trick me or nothing. So I never had any like emails or personal messages or anything like that.
But fucking modern crime, because wasn't there's a news from Colorado here about a month ago where some dude or maybe it was a couple that got lured in through Craigslist
Well,
and got murdered.
when the time comes, make no mistake, I'm probably going to have the first time, like when that first meeting's arranged, I'm probably bringing in somebody to spot for me, and I'm also going to want to probably
carry
have,
a mace.
well, I don't know, some sort of defense. I'm
You
not
want a
going to
wingman?
Yeah, I want somebody, I'll be like, hey, all right, so I want you to kind of hang back, and you just keep an eye out, man. If you see him fucking chloroform me, then I want you to get on the fucking ringer and get the police involved here.
You're going in like special ops. You got a trail guy and you got a guy.
I got a fucking cordless microphone and shit. I'm wired.
entering the establishment.
Keep acting like I'm itching my ear, talking to myself.
She's talking about her mom.
Abort. She has feelings.
No. No, I mean maybe have somebody ready with a fake phone call, with an emergency or some shit, like if my brain's just going to explode because of how airheaded she is or something like that, Just like, be all apologetic and shit, but I got to deal with this or whatever.
She keeps talking about cats for like 2 hours.
Yeah. Personality of a ball peen hammer.
I think you could deduct that before you met up with her.
Yeah. Theoretically, those
We
things
have
should be
one
determined
vote
before
for
the first
Eric's this week
Yay!
from Randy.
meeting. Okay. That pretty much seals the deal there.
I win. I win without actually me personally winning.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
my
that's a-
streak is
Yeah,
over.
you got like a half hour left. We'll give it a little bit.
I had a win streak going.
You'll say
and
something
my
shitty.
streak is over. Fuck, I'm going to have to I have to go back to the training room. Anyway, did we? Were we at the point where we wanted to? Do you guys have any more news, or?
Well, we'll do dick news after you do your tolerable knowledge.
We're gonna do the knowledge. All right.
Yeah.
All right, Woody. I was thinking about you this last week. Here was not last episode.
Maybe you want to explain
You
it.
want me to turn the lights down?
The episode before you were talking about only shitting like 3 times a week.
Sorry. Yeah.
Wait, do you want to explain what you're doing here with tolerable knowledge?
Just
Whoa.
replacing fun facts with tolerable knowledge.
Oh, okay.
That's all. I'm just giving it a different name.
Oh, okay. Right on.
This is just fun facts with a different name.
So it's
Right?
got to do with my bowel movements?
Anyway, it says going less than once every 3 days qualifies as constipation. Are you less than once every 3 days?
Sometimes.
You're like, are we seriously talking about Woody's shit again? Yeah, we are. Okay, just
is
deal with it.
happening.
Though usually not serious, it can be painful and uncomfortable, partly because after 3 days, stool gets harder and more difficult to pass.
I don't have
You
that
haven't
problem.
talked about pain? I thought you said it was painful sometimes. Anyway.
That one
There's
day.
that
it
one
was.
Anyway,
Yeah,
it says common causes include inadequate fiber or fluid intake, overuse of caffeine and alcohol, medications, chronic laxative abuse, mental issues like depression, certain foods, and various diseases. Getting lots of fiber, nuts. So start eating nuts, Woody. Whole grains and fruit are all good sources.
I eat other forms of fiber. Thank you very much.
You and Russell could just go to the store and just gobble up all the nuts.
I'm not gonna go. I'm not going nut gobbling with Russ. I'm sorry.
Fuck it, I'll eat the nuts.
I know you will.
All right, so anyway, that was my
Bitch.
attempt to help Woody. And shit related here. The skipper caterpillar is just 1.5 inches long, but it can shoot its poop up to a distance of 6 feet.
Wow.
I thought that was impressive.
That's like a person going a mile.
Well, let's see, 1 inch, 6 feet. Probably not quite. Well, it might be a half mile. I'm not sure how far that'd be. But that's it's a long way. You know, proportionally for me to shoot my shit, it's going to be like a fire hose at the very least. Okay, now those are kind of those are less. These are the good ones. This is the hard hitting ones. These are ones that I really wanted to bring out here. People talk about being green.
Yeah.
You know, going green or whatever.
Like Kermit the Frog.
Excellent way to go green. Piss in the shower.
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, no.
Peeing in the shower saves you 4,400 liters or about 1,160 gallons of water annually. Because you're not
Really?
flushing the toilet.
Oh.
I mean,
Well,
you're
makes
already in the
sense.
shower
What if you
anyway.
just climb in the shower to pee?
Well, I think
You don't have to climb in. You can
I'm
just
not going to
stand
pee in
there
the
and pee in
shower
the
without the
shower.
water running because you have something rinsing it down the drain.
Oh.
But,
Well, I'm talking about like when you wake up with a hard on and you got to go.
Oh, you got to turn the water on too, though, don't
Oh,
you?
yeah.
Yeah, you got to flush the shower.
No.
But no, I was
you
just like-
stand in it. It's good for your skin.
I just think that the whole
Kills athletes'
green
foot.
movement needs to take that one and maybe get their poster child.
And
Piss
you
in
know,
the
let's
shower,
take it
man.
one step farther. Shit in the shower.
Yeah, I don't think that's a good
That's
idea.
not a
Push
good
it up,
idea.
push it down the drain. Let's do it. Don't you love Mother
I
Earth?
had gone away from shit,
The
Eric.
little
Don't try to
screen,
take
the
it
little
back.
screen is going to plug up with corn and peanuts.
We gotta squish it. Well, only Russell's poop because he's eating so much.
Yeah,
nuts.
he's got so many almonds in there. It's just
No, they don't come out in chunks.
They don't come out of chunks?
No.
All right. There you go.
All right, this one is a useful little life hack or whatever the fuck those things are called. But, you don't have a tape measure handy or whatever. A U.S. dollar is 6 inches long. Use it to measure objects quickly.
Like
Yeah.
my
I
dick.
can't imagine what I would use that to measure.
Washington's going to be mad when the tip just hits him in the face halfway through. He's like, it's got to be bigger. Nope.
a quarter is 1 inch.
Don't
Oh, is it?
chop down my
So
cherry
use your
tree.
money to measure shit. Like your dick. Be like, I got $1.50.
You wish.
Can you put a price on your cock?
About 33 cents.
Like for me to let someone have it?
Yeah. You know, like a
Like
they
not
have-
like let them have it, but you know what I mean? Like actually take my dick and cut it off and be like,
Well-
yeah, you probably need it more than I do. I don't really use it anyway.
because they like I mean, this is America's fascination with monetizing everything, but like they have a formula for monetizing like your Twitter account. Like I think Daniel Tosh was talking about.
Pretty
it.
sure my dick owes money.
He said his.
You go beat it like it owes you money.
But Daniel Tosh's was like, he's got like 2 point whatever million viewers, and so his Twitter account is worth just over $1 million, right?
So the more people who view my dick, the more valuable it is by that formula.
That or...
my dick's currently in a recession.
I mean, yeah, I come up with a formula to monetize.
It's experiencing some hard financial times.
To monetize visits per girl or whatever, and then length, width, and...
But would it be like an automobile where the more used it is, it depreciates in value?
Ooh, good call.
See, in which case my dick is prime real estate.
Still ruined mine by just pushing it around the street, so it's not going to work out. The tires are going to
No, that's just
way.
that doesn't count as it being a used vehicle, Toby. That's just regular maintenance, man. That's a good thing.
No, it's not good on a vehicle if you just climb in and rev it up a lot and then climb back
Can't be
out.
changing the oil 5 times a day, though. That's a bit much. I don't know. You ought to be able to monetize what your dick's worth. Well, we talked. I didn't bring it up on the podcast. I think I brought it up after the podcast. So maybe not this time because I'm fucking unprepared and didn't have the links. But somebody showed me some links to websites where, and I'll talk about it next podcast. Maybe in next to the Dick News is a part of fucking Dick montage section or something.
Dick News adjacent.
Yeah, adjacent to Dick News. But there's websites or sites out there where you can
You kind of
website. Or websites out there where you can have people rate your dick. I guess you just give them a dick pic, post it up there, and then people fucking go on there and rate your penis. So by that, you could use that as a dick reference when appraising the value of your penis. You could be like, well, I had a 5-star rating on ratethisdick.com, you know.
So when your ex-girlfriend starts talking shit, be like, nuh-uh.
Yeah, wouldn't that be great? Like, especially on Facebook, you guys get into a Facebook battle. She's like, you got a little dick, and then you're like, www.rateyourdick.com. Bam! Post the link to it.
Bam, I got a 7.2.
Not gonna help my argument.
That's an 8.5 out of 10. That's well above average. So your argument is invalid, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. That won't help any argument I'm ever in.
Yeah. Would you do it?
She's like, it's almost
Would
this
you
big.
do it?
I'll be like, not quite, because of this.
So Toby, you probably wouldn't do it.
No.
Eric,
No.
would you do it?
Rate my dick?
Yeah, would you post a dick pic on rateyourdick.com? That's not what it's called. That's just some name I'm making up. I don't know.
It doesn't have to be my face?
I don't think so. I think you just anonymously post your dick and hope that, well, in your case, someone might recognize it.
There's a pretty good chance.
But in my case, I'm going to remain pretty anonymous.
Old Melanie's like, those are my teeth marks right there.
But would you do it just out of curiosity, just to see what? See, the thing is it's not just probably gender related. You're probably going to get guys and women both rating your
Oh, I'm
dick.
fine with that. Can I fluff it a bit before?
I imagine you're going to post it hard, right? Am I be the only freak on there posting a hard on, and everybody else is like, what is this dude working himself up before taking a dick pic for?
Well, if I can fluff it to the point right before it gets hard.
Or right after it comes down from a raging boner.
So it looks huge hanging. But
Dangling.
I might
Yeah.
get some like cute bonus points because mine looks like a little kitty sleeping on pillows.
yeah,
It makes you wonder. I'm going to have to check these sites out, see if there's different categories,
Yeah,
you know, like you might get a high cuteness cuddly rating, but not...
check and see, because I'll totally do it as long as my face doesn't have to be right there.
You will do it.
I'll do it, and as long as Kim doesn't fucking destroy me.
Okay. Well, I'll see. I'll write
the
down
only
the
points I'm getting are pity points.
I'll write down the
little
shit
fella.
that was sent
Oh,
to
that
me, and
penis needs a helmet.
And we'll check it out when we're on the podcast. Go look up dicks while we're on the podcast.
Because I don't
see
have
what
any
the site's all about.
tattoos down there to identify me, so I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll shave a nice little...
I'm going to give it a mohawk first.
Do they have a special needs penis section?
Where it's got like a kink in it, and it's...
You gotta get wide for the curves.
Yeah, special needs. I need a woman with a huge vagina because...
Can I Photoshop it?
I don't know. That's cheating. You can't do that. You got to be legit because anybody can photo.
Well,
I could just take a dick that I get picture of a dick I get off the internet, post it on there like it's mine, and see what people. You know, if you're so lame and your self-esteem's so low that you have to post a picture of a fake dick, you know, or Photoshop your own dick in order to get compliments on it to give you a boost, then
So you're
yeah,
taking
wow.
like a background of like Jurassic Park, but the Tyrannosaurus Rex is scared. Like, oh.
Or you got my white torso and my white legs. And I just
Big
photoshopped
big old black
big old black dick.
Like, I'm not sure, but I think this was photoshopped.
I'm calico.
3.5 balls. I don't think I did it right.
You never wore a pair of dick tanning underwear that got a little hole right there, and you just let your dick lay out and get some sunshine?
I don't know if I can handle a dick sunburn.
Oh,
Put the aloe vera on.
God.
Yeah.
Does anyone consider us functional adults? I hope not.
No, we're
I'm
not.
I'm pretty
Okay.
sure my sister is just pepper spraying herself in the face right now. I was sick before.
All right. How close are we to making time here?
10:43.
We're pretty close. Do we have anything else we need to do? Do we want to do a dick news?
Well, I just kind of come off of a dick right there, so.
So we
You
that
just
could be
got
good.
off a dick.
Meanwhile,
Meanwhile, in other
Back in the
news,
Met Cave.
We can call it night. We can do one more story or
I have
whatever.
9 butt sex acronyms, which I thought we were going to do, but I guess that's the only thing.
Fuck it, let's do it.
Well,
Let's,
did you want to do that on
Oh,
the
yeah,
pod?
you're trying
or
to
is
come up
that-
with my acronyms.
Yeah, we're doing that project.
Yeah, we
let's-
don't have
let's
to
do-
put that on
yeah,
the
let's-
podcast.
Let's
We'll
do
do
that
that.
after.
Yeah, you
Well,
can
I
let
can
me
save the
know
story
when we
for
go
next
out
time.
and when we're done what those acronyms are.
I do want to do one thing real quick. Earlier today, we got retweeted by a Twitter's page. I guess that's what they're called. It's called Anal Slappers. Anybody who's on Twitter who's listening right now, go ahead and tweet them back. And be sure to hashtag Tolerable Nausea and everything. Let's get some communication going with Anal Slappers.
It's just because I put hashtag butt sex. It's the only reason.
But it'd be fun just to mention them and give them a little bit of love back. I think it'd be fun. Maybe it'll go somewhere.
Give him a little bit of butt love.
Yeah,
All right.
give them some butt loving back. But other than that, what you guys have anything you guys want to put out there?
Fuck it, let's close it up, man. It'd be less you have to cut.
We're going to adjust comments.
This comment here, I hope Kim slaughters you if you do that.
We are gonna
And
adjust
Randy
comments.
says, "Oh, she will."
We're gonna close this down. We're gonna go out and smoke. We're gonna come back and we're gonna talk comments and everything.
Yeah, for all 3 of you watching.
So do we want to do the whole... Well, they're all watching. You guys, anybody that's watching right now, you guys know how to get a hold of us. Shit, they're all personal.
Well, yeah,
Acquaintances, aren't they?
we recorded that thing too. So
Well,
Well,
thing says...
These three.
Well,
are the
yeah, but
ones
I'm
that
saying
have
that
been
you said
writing.
There's
Then-
4 watching, so one's...
When you cut it, you put the recorded one on the finished podcast, but like for the live audience, you were wanting to do a little spiel like that too. But everybody that's watching live right now knows how to get a hold of us. I mean, they know what the website is.
oh yeah,
You know, they know what the email account is, tolerablenausea@gmail.com, if you guys want to fucking get in on the conversation any more than what you're doing it right now. But
and if you're watching yet, haven't hit that subscribe button yet, hit it, please.
yeah, and thank you guys for watching. It's fucking
Yeah,
awesome, man.
It's
hanging out,
rate
even
my
though-
wand.
I don't know what time it
.com.
is in
Rate
Japan
my
right now,
wand.
but it's probably not a convenient time to be watching podcasts.
No shit, Chano. What time is it right now?
I think it's early morning over there, isn't it? Mid
That's fucking
afternoon.
dedication. Right on, man. That's cool. That's great.
It's not 10:46 p.m. there. That's all. I
Right,
know.
right. It's probably way too early in the morning for conversations like this.
The kids are waking up, just bothering her. What's going on? Nothing.
Nothing. We're just listening to the guys talk about their penises.
You guys want to smoke? Come back and do comments, or you want to comment?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, we'll be back here in about 5.